Welcome to the Deutsche Goldmesse YouTube channel. My name is Kai Hoffmann. I'm the host of the Deutsche Goldmesse, the German gold show, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dan Wilton. He's the CEO of First Mining, and he'll be joining us in Frankfurt as an exhibitor and presenter at the conference. Dan, it is great to welcome you on the program. Thanks so much for joining us here virtually, but also in Frankfurt.
Oh, Kai, it's always a pleasure. We've had such great value out of your conferences in the past. We're delighted to be coming back.
Appreciate it. Glad to hear it. Really glad to hear it. Let's dive right in. Give us a 60-second overview of First Mining before we, follow up.
Sure, yeah. First Mining is developing two of the largest undeveloped gold projects in Canada. Our Springpole gold project, 5 million ounces, is one of the most advanced projects in the environmental assessment process in Canada, and expecting some very near-term catalysts there in the first half of next year. And our Duparquet gold project at 3.5 million ounces of measured and indicated, 2.5 million of inferred, is one of the largest and most advanced gold projects under development in the Abitibi Gold Belt in Quebec.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, two exceptional projects there, Dan. Run us a bit through the business plan. Like, what are the plans, but also what is the potential exit for you?
Yeah, so the business plan for us, we have been a project developer. I joined in 2019 as the CEO, and the company had already taken the decision to move the Springpole project down the path. And in 2019, when I joined, we really said we wanted to have these projects ready at a time that the industry needs them the most. And it was a really difficult time, as you know, Kai. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, 2020, 2021, at times when access to capital was very difficult for developers like us. But because we had this portfolio of other projects, we were able to bring in now more than $75 million of non-dilutive cash over the last 5 years to help us move these major projects through to permitting milestones. And ultimately, our path is likely with Springpole to find a partner who could come help us build that project. But really to see the value surfaced by hitting these key milestones, having got these projects through extensive permitting and social license processes in Canada, and ultimately surface that value that today is at about $20 an ounce. And historically, projects in advanced stages like this have traded at $100 to $200 an ounce. So that's really the game plan.
No, fantastic. Appreciate you clarifying that. What are some of the near-term to mid-term catalysts that we can look forward to? You touched on a couple already.
Yeah, so for Springpole, it really is that EA process. So we submitted our final environmental assessment last November. We've been going through the comment response period and moving forward with the Indigenous communities around the project. We signed a long-term relationship agreement with one of those communities, Mishka-Gogamang, in July, and aim to have similar agreements with the others coming up in a similar time frame, but targeting that environmental assessment approval, call it in the first half, Q1, Q2 of next year. So that will make Springpole really one of 3 projects in Canada, big gold projects that you could get a shovel in the ground before the end of the decade. Really separating that out as a pretty unique and critical strategic project.
Fantastic. Yeah, I appreciate that. Maybe as a summary question here, Dan, like, why should investors meet with you in Frankfurt one-on-one or attend your presentation?
Well, listen, I think if you are still looking for value in the gold space, I know a lot of things feel like they've run up. Our share price has bounced quite a bit up from its lows, but you can still find good investments at exceptional value. Like I say, we're trading today at about $20 an ounce, when historically advanced stage projects like ours at far lower gold prices have traded at kind of $100 to $200 an ounce, which is where a number of our peers are trading today. So you can still find advanced stage projects in tier 1 jurisdictions at very, very attractive values. And those catalysts, which when I started almost 7 years ago, were a long way away. Today, those catalysts are inside of 12 months. So I think from a risk reward perspective, we have great projects in great jurisdictions and very clear paths to surface the value.
Fantastic. Dan, really looking forward to hosting you yet again in Frankfurt. It's been a while, as you said. And can't wait to see you in person again.
Absolutely.
Really Thanks so much for joining us here. Safe travels, and everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, you can meet with Dan Wilton here one-on-one during the Frankfurt conference. Sign up for free, deutschegoldmesse.com or germangoldshow.com. Free for investors to attend. We're looking forward to seeing and hosting you in Frankfurt. Thanks so much for tuning in, and stay safe.